Now. Go ahead, you may talk.
Hello, guys. So a lot of you may not know me. I'm a new teacher. I'm Kango 9, and I started a school. I got into collaboration with Treda. I hope I pronounced that correctly, right?
It's fine.
Okay. If you want to see what I'm doing, you can visit my website. It's kango9school.com. There you should have more information, and if you like what you see in this video, you can contact me for more information.
Yeah, I will. Go ahead. Okay.
I wanted to tell them that for today we were going to do a review.
Yes.
But you can say more about that if you want to.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that I was going to add a link to the Kango Go School
Thank you.
in the video information, and yeah. So today we talked about what we would do for a while, and we thought this is something I've never seen before. We're going to try to do a review of a shusaku game, and sort of neither of us have really studied this game. We're going to try to figure it out together as we go along. And we thought that would be an interesting thing to get to watch sort of the thought process. And
we will explain what we think is going on.
Yeah, what we think is going on, and neither of us is really completely confident that we're going to understand fully what's going on, but we'll get some of it. And hopefully that'll help.
At least some.
Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah, we may begin.
Okay. So, I guess the beginning is not a lot to explain here. What I saw from previous games of Shusaku, he likes a lot to play this kind of move. So usually he doesn't start like this.
Yeah, that was sort of common in the 19th century, though. Both Shusaku and his opponents did that a lot.
Yeah, sure. And the reason for that is because when you play a stone here, you force black to make a decision. That's what I get from it, and that's I saw that in a book actually. I got a book when I was 15Q, where it was a lot of Shusaku games.
Invincible.
And there were... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that was explained that he played this move to see what the opponent's plan is. So that's usually one of interesting moves, I would say. It's not the only one that you could play, I think, but it's one of the choices, right?
Yes, it's perfectly fine even in today's Go. It's not. There's nothing too weird about it. Most people nowadays would play the empty corner, but
yeah.
But the move is perfectly okay. AI is not going to complain about this too much, and neither am I.
I guess, yeah. So I think here after he played this, the next move for Shusaku was in the empty corner.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
So, yeah, I guess if he played here first and now black would have played something like this.
Well, given it's the 19th century, I would expect maybe E3 instead of F3. But yes.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I think this one is slightly Fuseki that is slightly more
old-fashioned,
attacking, more aggressive. I would say. For example, what I am feeling here is that if white is going to attack the corner, black is going to start a powerful fight with something like this or like this.
Yes, I agree. I like to think of this sort of as since black played the extra strong move at E3, then when he's extra strong, that usually is good for fighting, right? Because it's...
Yeah.
Right? They say make a fist before fighting, right? And F3, it's a little bit more efficient, but it's not as strong. And so you don't necessarily want to fight so hard. And it's sort of a general thing, because there's way too many sequences spreading out from the fight in the upper left to actually predict how e3 is going to behave, but just generally having stronger shapes is better for fighting.
I agree, and I think depends on the style of the player.
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
Shusaku wanted to play on influence and territorial, so he, as I saw, he's not really a type of guy that will fight a lot. So
yeah,
this movie is very reasonable for him.
I agree.
And he played this one. This creates a lot of influence on the right side. So yeah, this is a very common move, and I think it's one of the best in when you have this combination of moves. When you have this combination, usually black is going to play, not maybe not now, but when he has the chance, he will play something like this. For the beginners, that they might not understand why he played this one. It's not very complicated to understand. So he played this one just to put pressure on the white stone and to create influence in the center. So for example, if white will respawn, black will continue, and after white will jump, black will play something like this, and now he has a lot of influence in the center.
Yeah.
Right?
I have one comment that I would make on this. I think this move is related to the location of the Q3 stone. So, can I get control for 1 second? Yes, here, I'll just take it. So, I think that the square stone here is related. Because when we walk out like this, the white shape becomes very flat. And maybe later, there's even a move here. And we can see black being, all of white being a little bit low. Whereas, for instance, if, I mean, this isn't you know, if this stone was maybe, if we move it here, then the white shape is a little bit better in terms of just balance. And also, in this kind of position, sometimes black will play this one instead. And after whatever kind of fighting might happen, black would be interested in extending and trying something against this corner. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but when this corner is so low, it's not nearly as attractive for black to extend in this direction, because it's not the natural direction to develop this corner anyway. You would normally want to approach from this side.
Yes.
Right. So I'll give you control back, and we can keep going.
I love that you... How do you do that? Oh! I didn't know you can draw. Oh no, just wow.
Yes, you can draw. There's a tool. It's a pen.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
Do you see
okay.
what I'm doing?
Yeah, I see what you're doing. Yes, I see your lines.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's new information.
I use this a lot for game reviews. You should use it too.
I didn't know about that. I used this type of thing.
Well, I use all of them. You can even change the color of it. It has the blue thing, and you can get a color picker and change its color and other things. Okay.
Let's go back. So he played this one. White played this one. This is usually not a move that I think beginners should play because it's very complicated to play it.
You mean if black pushes through and cuts and right?
Yeah, I think if cuts, it will be hard for beginners to understand how to play this. Usually white plays this one because he wants to extend on the side very fast, much faster than he will normally do.
Fundamentally, I think it's about defending the E3 stone.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the basic thing. You'd stretch here if you want to not sacrifice E3, basically. Some kind of extension, some kind of defense. This is normal.
And now black extended, that's a very powerful move, I think.
Normal.
It invites white to invade, I think.
Yeah, it invites white to invade, especially with the extra strength he has on the left side with F4. It seems that black's getting ready for some kind of fight.
Yes.
Yeah, and white, of course, declines to invade immediately, but he's going to invade pretty soon.
Well, even if black protects, I think this is good for white. And this is a good idea, a good principle that beginners should follow it. We don't need to play only on one side of the board, because if we play too over concentrated in one part of the board, white is going to take everything else, and it's
Absolutely.
going to be easy for white to play.
Absolutely.
So I don't think this move is bad, because you can always invade the black side.
Oh, no, I'm definitely never going to call any of the moves they play in this game bad. At least not I am. But these guys are much stronger than we are.
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying for beginners is that this is a good principle. You don't need always to invade it now. You can wait for the future.
Yeah.
Just build
R6 has almost feels like a little bit of a modern move, because sort of in the 19th century we saw a lot more of R5 than R6. R6 sort of lost popularity for a while, and then it gained it back with AI. So nowadays everyone plays R6.
Yeah.
I love R6, but that's just me. Right.
Yeah, so prepare your field for the future and then fight. Don't start the fight too soon.
Yeah.
That's a good principle that I think everyone should follow it.
Yeah.
Black attacks, that's a good attack, and now white invade.
Right, so this move I think feels like it definitely comes from the 19th century. I can hardly imagine a modern pro not playing something in the corner and playing on the side like this instead.
But about the style of playing, what does this move tell you? What makes you feel?
I think, like if I was trying to do this as white, I would be thinking that I'm trying to break the board up into little pieces, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's my feeling too.
Yeah.
Very territorial, right?
Yes. It's a territorial move, particularly because sort of the follow-up move, at least the modern one at P16, has black gaining a lot of thickness. And white doesn't seem to care that black gains a lot of thickness. So, yes, it's a territorial kind of let's break the board up into pieces move instead of trying to make a Moyo. Although the game is going to become a little bit more of a Moyo game shortly anyway. But, yeah.
What I'm getting from this move is that white wants to create small territories and destroy all the influence black has. So he wants to play on points, not influence. That's what I'm getting from this move.
Yes, I agree. And this is pretty normal, and I thought it was pretty interesting to me that black even approaches the stone at all. I think if I'm playing this game, I'm playing P16, but I'm an influence type of player, so yeah, I'm doing that. Right, because go ahead.
I was thinking about that too, but I don't see a good follow-up for black. So if white plays like this, what are you going to play now as black?
I mean, I'm probably playing just some large extension on the left side. There's still a little bit of weakness in the corner, so it might be fun to play all the way at R8. I don't know. You could also just try J3.
J3?
Yeah.
So
yeah, bother the white group in the corner a little bit.
I'm not feeling threatened about this one.
You're not feeling good about it?
White. No,
So you're not feel? Oh no, it's not threatened. It's just bothered, right? But you can like Hane on top and maybe get enough of a wall to attack. I don't know. It's just making something up.
I feel like black is now getting desperate if white is going to protect everything he has. Because I feel like black in the future might have a lot of weak groups.
Yeah, A in particular is maybe not so strong, but there's a sort of like I would be willing to sacrifice that stone if it means I get a good attack on white on the left. But Yeah, maybe I did. I've given up. I've decided I don't like this very much. So I've decided.
I guess this move is. I like this move actually for black.
Yeah.
This is the same move I would have played.
It's a normal move.
After he plays this one, I would have played something like this. And now if he plays this one, I will get.
This is almost the game. If I remember correctly, I saw this pretty quickly. The difference is that black makes this exchange at d3, which I actually like for black a lot. Because there's a lot of like aji for white. If white plays something like c2 at some point or something in that area, black can end up without eyes with the group, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's good. But he played this one, the same that I said.
That's exactly the same move that you said. Yes.
Yeah, so I like this move a lot because and that's a good move to explain for beginners too. Now white needs to protect somehow the corner because if he plays somewhere else, let's say for example this one, I don't know. Now a powerful move for black will be p16. And now as white you might try to make twice something like this.
Yes, but that's not fun.
Exactly. It feels like white is small in the corner and black gets, I don't know, a lot of influence.
Yeah, the white corner, it feels almost like it doesn't participate in the rest of the game. Exactly, like, I don't even care at this point if it lives or dies. Like, I might not play p17. I say, if black wants to kill me, spend another move on it. I guess he can do it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. At this point, since the white stone doesn't seem to have any way to fight back against black, then I say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice this, at least temporarily. Whether I live or die there is almost endgame.
Don't you think it's hurtful to ignore, to give that...
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't ignore. I want to pull it out. Primarily because when you come out, it sort of almost splits the black stones. Right?
Yeah.
And you have an attack on either side. And that's the difference between, I have something I can fight back with to a stone that I almost want to sacrifice because I don't see good use for it.
Yeah, I agree. So, I think when you play this as black, for white it's almost forced to play this one.
I think so, yes. Yeah, it's pretty close to forcing.
Oh, and now he played it. Okay. I would have played this one, but
that's a very Moyo oriented kind of move, right?
Yeah, but I like it because I think it's hard for, at least for my level, at least at down level, it's hard for white to know where he should invade. So for example, if you play something like this, I don't think it's bad for black to play with something like this.
No, I probably would actually try to press on the group on the right side if I was white. I'm expecting something like that. Yes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Like this.
And later on, maybe instead of invading, I think I would be looking at. So if you press on the right side here a little bit, yes, right, something like that.
Oh.
Right, something sort of in that area, right? Yeah, that's the kind of move that I would be looking at.
Moyo, right?
Yeah, break the Moyo without necessarily getting into danger.
Right. And I think that helps white too, because if you play something like this now, you can create a Moyo, I think.
Yeah, you can create a bit of like some outside influence of your own. On the other hand, that Moyo is very tall.
Yeah.
Like the black area is 4 lines deep, so maybe you could try but the same general idea, right? More like this. Although now I'm starting to wonder, right? That makes sense. But I'm starting to wonder if black just jumps out when you come in instead. Like if black jumps out, is the cutting point at Q15 going to be a problem? I'm not sure.
Wait, which one?
The Q15 cutting point? Like, probably not right now, but it seems like white's going to have something there that's going to bother him for a while.
Yeah, but always white can make twice in the corner. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can live in the corner and maybe just sacrifice the 2 stones on the outside if you have to. Yeah. After all, you did break the Moyo. Mm.
But yeah, maybe this move N15 is not good. At the down level it works. So
Oh yeah, it
even
should be
still,
fine. I mean, it's just a style thing, right? You seem to be a bit of a Moyo style player. Hmm. Yeah,
I like to fight a lot.
yeah. I like K17. That fits me. That suits me.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see about this. What do you think about this move, Black?
That's an interesting one, right? Because normally the shape you would expect is to jump to R12, right? Yeah.
R12 or S12, something like
Right. Well, S12 feels really modern. Like it feels like AI. Like R12 feels like something that I would have seen before AI, even in the around the time these guys are playing. That seems like the normal shape. And White has some additional forcing moves, right? Yeah.
Where? You mean here?
Yeah, White has some forcing moves. There's R13, there's... Yeah, that kind of thing, right? It doesn't work. Right, Black seems to be okay here. Yeah, right, that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it doesn't actually kill... You can't actually kill the black stones. No, Black's still winning that, right?
Yeah. Yes, right. So you can't cut if you play like this.
Mm-hmm.
So why did the Black play here then?
Well, here's the way I like to think about this. So White's building this wall. And Black is saying that it's sort of okay for the wall to get even bigger than it already is. And I think that's related to the K17 stone. He says that it's kind of hard for White to fight on the top.
Okay, that's cool.
Right, so if it's hard for White to fight on the top, then I think it's sort of okay for the wall to get even bigger. That's sort of the way I like to think about this move. Also, maybe do you think it could be related? Right, very interested in corner territory, I guess, but I don't. Yeah. Maybe it's an interesting move. It's not a move that I would normally play, so.
Me too.
Yeah, I would probably play S. I think I like the Keima in this position, but I don't know. Like, it's interesting to push from behind again. Right.
But it's an interesting move, and at least for me, I will keep it in mind.
Right, you push a second time, yeah. Right. So White, I'm expecting, is just going to respond, right, in the normal way. Hane.
You thought?
Yeah, I expected this one.
Well, now it feels like Black is winning too much, right?
Maybe. I mean, it's not that different from the other way, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's a little more.
This one prepares. This one prepares a Moyo much better than the other one. So if he gets.
Yeah, if your aim is a Moyo, yes, I can see that. Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's also sort of your point. The point that I was making before is that the wall, if you just stretch to Q12, right, the other variation, the wall might be hard to use, right? Because invasions around H17, which is the sort of normal place I would like to go with the wall, it seems like Black is already very strong in that area.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Yeah.
So I think White wants just to create some use of that.
Mm-hmm. Right, but the cutting point is going to be very annoying, right?
Well, depends. If you play something like this now, it's not a problem anymore, right? So.
Well, the cutting point at Q15 because you're low on liberties, right?
Oh, I thought you mean this.
No, I'm at Q15. Because now you have one. You don't quite have enough liberties to ladder the stone or anything because you played the Hane instead of extending at Q12. Right, so you'd have to go this way.
Something like this.
Right.
Yeah.
It depends on, I kind of like this for Black. So long as you're alive so long as there's no worry about being alive on the side, but I think...
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, there's some stuff like with R17 if needed, right? Black can fight back in the corner.
Yeah. This seems a little bit hard for white to fight.
Right. It's a little bit hard for white to really fight hard. Yeah. Right. So I kind of like this for black. Like, well, even just S17 instead of if R18 doesn't work, it should still be enough, right? Because you're completely alive and white's not.
Well, if I want to kill white, I would have played something like this and now this one.
Oh, right, but I mean, I meant it more as like defense for the black group.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's complicated. I think it's still a game, so they might play like this and it's still a game.
Right.
Let's see what they played in the game. Oh, black extended.
Black
I guess he's preparing the cut.
Probably. So I think white's going to defend the cut somehow. That's an interesting way to defend the cut. It's trying to sort of slow down any kind of black Moyo expansion. Right? And the cut's still maybe possible?
I don't think it's...
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking the Atari and then the sort of weird shaped net, but yeah, this looks maybe better. But still, the 3-stone is not 100% captured here, right? Maybe it is. You can clamp, right? But there's a lot of Aji here.
Well, now, yeah, but they are dead at least now.
Right. But there's a lot of Aji. You could also extend, and then there's the other way. But anyway, yeah. No, that's not what I mean. With the same variation you showed, instead of connecting at 014, I am blind. For some reason, I thought there was going to be a ladder on the 8 stone, but that's nonsense. Forget it. Ignore me.
The cut is not working at least.
Right, it's not working at least temporarily, right? For the time being, it's not working, right? Yeah. I mean, there is Aji of the cut, but it's something that white will have to think about again at some point. But for now, it's captured. Right.
Yes.
And
that's an interesting move.
Yes, L6 is a really interesting move. I think sort of white's saying that black has this Moyo that he's building at the top. Right? And so he's going to try to answer with his own Moyo on the bottom.
But what would you play now?
Me? I know what I'm playing. I'm playing something like E10. I am defending the weak group on the left side that I think black can press on that group to make the Moyo really, really big. Like, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm playing that almost certainly. Because I'm worried that black presses at E11 and the Moyo gets even bigger and it's going to be in sente.
That is true, but this feels a little bit slow.
Yes, I mean, Shusaku certainly thought it was slow, right? But I'm playing this. Also, like, after this move, now we can even invade the top if we want to. But I think before this move, invading the top is scary.
Yeah.
Right, so I would probably play a move like this. Right, and the question is whether white actually has any answer to the top.
Yeah. So if white can't destroy the black stator, I think it will be a hard way for white to win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling.
I can see that.
But the move I would have played is this one.
Oh.
Just to build more Moyo, because now if you play something like this, my next answer will be something like this.
Oh, you're just going to try and grab the center instead, because, I mean, I'm just worried that black's going to keep going at M5, and then there's some problems on the bottom, but...
Well, I'm not feeling to get on there. I think I can make twice. But it's a risk. It's a risk to months, I think.
Yeah, the trying that kind of, like, all in on the center is interesting. I would never have thought to go all in on the center. I would have... I like this move sort of almost with my ideas, sort of a... from a long distance, you might be defending the stones at the left, right? Like if they have to run,
Yeah.
now there's a place they can connect to.
Yes.
And also, it's sort of on the hinge between the two Moyos, right? Like it's the white move, it's the white Moyo and the black Moyo. I don't dislike that move. That's a very it's a clever kind of idea. I would not think of this.
I think it will be risky though, so
Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, my style would be to defend the group that I think looks like it's the weakest. So it could be E10. We could try something. Maybe if you want to insist on being more active, you can try B12. It's more likely that black's going to
No.
answer it. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a good move now. I think you should play this one first.
Right,
and then
okay,
this one
fine.
If you want to play.
The same kind of idea.
Because-
Something to defend the group actively. Make black answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a principle I saw in a professional book from a professional player. He said always that if you want to survive with those two stones when he has a pincer and you want to do his sente, play this one.
Mm.
Because if you play like this, now you have a lot of good extensions.
Mm.
And if you play like this, now you can always make ice very easy. So
Mm.
this one first, I think, is the best.
Right. If you, that's a really interesting idea because I mean the normal move was just to jump to E10, which is the one that I came up with, but it is a little bit slow. But there's also follow-ups in the black area, but this one's sort of a little faster.
I approve. This one is faster, but it's making black better. Yeah.
Yeah, black makes black flatter. Yeah, it's a more active way of doing sort of the same thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is that B12 I don't think is very good.
Right, because black's going to move towards the center, right? Right.
Exactly.
I would probably bump at C11 instead of pulling back to B11. Yeah, and I'm expecting black stands probably D12, right? And then you can sort of say that I already defended the group, and you can tenuki.
Okay.
That would be maybe an idea. I don't know if I like it, but right, something like that. And now it's harder for black to play too much more against the side group, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
But it's I still don't know if it's good, but it's an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's strengthening the black Moyo a little too much, right? If you want to have moves inside the Moyo, you'd rather not touch the stone on the outside of it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Right. But black does this. This is exactly what I was worried about.
Yeah, and now maybe this one. Oh, he didn't play this one. Okay. I was thinking that maybe now it's something good because now this doesn't.
Oh, that shape is really slow and weird, right?
Yeah, so I.
But he
think
does he have
like
to defend? Maybe black just doesn't even connect. Maybe black can play something like C11. Oh, or just that.
11.
Yeah, C11 bumping. It's kind of ugly, but
Oh.
and then you can probably Hane. Yeah, and connect. Yeah, and I don't think
Yeah. This,
I don't think C13
Yeah,
is such a
you're right.
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Or maybe B12 is not good. Oh, he invaded. That's.
I bet you this is a probe.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think
So-
White's actually hoping to live with that stone.
So if he plays like this, I think.
Right. You have something like that. The move that came to mind for me was B14, but it's the same idea, right?
Before.
With
you mean
with
before
White,
the-
something like that, right? It's the same kind of idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a probing move, so it asks black what he wants to protect.
Hmm.
If it's like this now, maybe
Then you
he
have
doesn't
like
want to get
E17. Oh, right. Yes. E17, F17, that kind of move. The move I've always seen here is E17.
E17 like this.
Yeah, because then black descends and you come up and sort of peep at the cutting point, right? Yeah. And then you can run with those stones.
Yeah, but this feels very weak for White.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think you should find something that helps you run faster.
Mm. Right. But anyway, I think generally anything you play in there right now is still a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
So you need to be very precise. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he played this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he played the move that you said.
Right, and I think white should come straight up, right? At D9, you'd suggested E9,
10.
but the D9 shape looks, the D10 shape looks better to me.
So D10, right?
Yeah, that shape looks better than the contact move that you suggested. I like it better, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
D10, right.
No, I think the same thing. Let's see if he plays it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And this is really interesting.
Well, it's a move that I would have played, because if you protect like this, black can always connect from other side.
Right, to me it says that black
I-
wants the attack to continue.
Yes.
Right? You could stop attacking now and just sort of keep growing the Moyo. That would also work. But it's probably going to happen like in Gote. And the attack is trying to keep continuing. The attack is trying to insist that the same thing happens, but in Sente. Right. Right. Yes. Yeah. That's exactly it. Right. As white runs, you can keep building the Moyo in Sente.
Yeah, so I think what black is planning is that if white is going to run in the center, black is going to create a Moyo that is bigger.
Yes.
So,
right. Right.
And he gets a lot of territory on the left side, right?
Yeah, it's worth some points on the left side also. Yes.
Yeah. I like this for black. Very good.
Mm. Oh.
Oh, happy.
It's a little brave, right? Because you're not quite alive with the D10 stones either, right?
Yes. But what would you play now?
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because the shape is so bad. Like, the cutting point at C13 is such a pain in the neck. I mean, I guess you have to extend at F11, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
I was thinking to play something like this.
Maybe.
Because now...
Yeah, well, now there's this...
Maybe it's not...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
It doesn't look good, yeah.
No.
Yeah. So instead, black... Does black... What's going on here? This is interesting.
I think it's letting go white... oh no.
That looks terrible, though, right?
Yeah.
That looks terrible. The white Moyo just gets bigger and the black one gets smaller, and I'm not even sure that it's all points, because white might be able to invade. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's good, though.
Yeah.
I think this move is better.
Right, something like that seems like the normal way to play. But I'm a little bit worried, though, because there's still the agi of the cutting point at C12, so it's a hard fight. I really like this cut for white. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I'd never thought of it myself. I don't think I would have played it, but it looks really good.
Wait, sorry.
Good.
You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I think so. Right, so white comes out.
I wanted to see what AI is saying, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, yeah, we'd have to load this onto an AI, platform, because I don't actually have...
I was curious to see what the modern move it will be. I like this. I kind of do.
Yeah, this is the kind of fight I was expecting. Something along these lines. Right? That's what I thought was going to happen.
Good, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's a move that I will not think about it.
Yeah, well, so I guess this must have been the plan when he played the Atari, right? Because the Atari, it just looks so bad. But here the point is, if white turns at F11, then he gets to play F13. Right? So white says that's not good, right? That's much better than the other variation. Right. So now we have a fight. Gloves are off. Yeah, the gloves are off, and and now we are going to beat each other to pieces. And black, I think black's shape looks terrible to me. It's full of cutting points. But on the other hand, he does have a counterattack against the D10 stones as well, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. Yeah.
What I was thinking that maybe white can play this one, and I was thinking that it's center, but it's not center because black can play like this. And
Yeah, he can just sacrifice the one stone, and then probably white just dies. Yeah, white just dies. That doesn't look like it works. Right.
Yeah, so this is not center. Because I was thinking that if this is center...
Oh, then you can cut. Yes, right. Yes. But, I mean, those cutting points can still help to defend your group really well, though. Like, right now, D13, it's not going to live, but it's going to capture a single black stone, which can help. Right? That's not going to live right now. Yeah. Yeah, you can't use it now, but that's going to be there for a while, because I don't think black's going to fix it, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Oh, this is nice. This is creating a mirage, and now it's saying that I think...
right, yes, exactly. You can descend at B14. Oh, that one, or the Atari, right? The Atari was more obvious to me, but yeah, I see them. I see all of them. Yeah. Right. And then you just come back to running. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was just to create more agi.
Yeah, it just creates some agi, right. Mostly the agi I was looking at was, yeah, exactly this. Right, exactly this.
Good for white.
Right. Of course, you can't do it now because you're dying in the center, but... but after you live in the center, then wait, what?
Oh, I think he played this one just to be safe that he's making twice with the
Right. But that... Right, I understand that. But there's this cut that looks weird, right? Oh, I guess... No. I was just looking at the timing to play away from before you play J14 was interesting to me. Okay, I got you. I mean, what surprised me is not what the move was. It was the fact that it wasn't J14. But yes, you play that first, and then you come back to J14. Of course.
Well, I guess if you play like this now, black can play...
Right. Of course. No. And black doesn't even have to play it now. This is a principle I like to talk about with my students. I say, right before you defend, you play a forcing move. Right?
Oh, that's interesting.
Because if white was already alive with the G13 stones, then black probably wouldn't even care about the two stones at F11.
Yes.
Right? So it's forcing right now, and it might not be forcing later. So white's about to defend at J14, and he plays the forcing move first. That's a timing thing.
You know, this is interesting because the same principle I have too, but I got it slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell everyone that I'm doing lessons with that if they want to do something, try to do it in center. And it's almost like the same thing you said. So if you play like this, I think it's better because it will end up for black to put one more stone.
Oh, yeah. No, right. I think it's forcing right now. I think black has to answer. And then you're going to come back to J14 anyway, right?
Yeah, so do sente. If you want to do something, do it in sente if you can.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Moves, yeah. A good principle to get that. And now he plays
another forcing move, right? Before he didn't play the Atari.
No, he didn't. But I
the Atari is forcing. It's free. He could play it when it's going to come at some point, I think. Right. So then now we play this.
This is weird. Why did he play this one?
Well, I think he wants to make right now. Black absolutely cannot play a13. Right? It's very, very, very dangerous.
No, but I think he can play this one first because after he plays this one, now he doesn't need to protect that anymore. I think.
Right, but Black might be able to answer at some point by actually cutting that a13 instead of connecting. Right? This is the timing when Black absolutely has to answer with the other one. I would have just played the Atari because it's definitely forcing, but yeah. No. The same move that he plays, just I want to Atari at a13 after. It seems free to me. It seems free to me.
Now?
Ah, right. Maybe it's not so free because the Atari at e14 might be better for some fighting sequences. You're right. Oh, okay. That makes total sense. Right. That makes total sense.
It's something that I would often not think about it. It's interesting to see.
Yeah. And then here.
Now
he plays the Atari. Oh, because he's sacrificing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Now it's okay to attack.
Right, because you're breaking the top. Which is the only... The main purpose of the cut to begin with was to break the top, right?
That is true. And even though you give those pieces up, you have always the B move.
Right.
For example, I don't know if you play something like this, and you don't want to do it anymore, you can play something like this.
That's going to live. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to make life. Right.
Well, maybe with a call, but...
that's good enough. That's good enough. Right. Now, the one thing I'm a little bit concerned about when this happens is the whole left side group. Because when Black captures those stones, he's going to become very, very thick on the left. And the white left side group... Like, maybe White's going to just defend the left side right now instead of continuing into the Moyo? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. With what move?
Yeah, something like that, right. Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Right, so Black plays this.
And now Black...
And we don't. We go into the Moyo, right? Which makes sense because the black stones on top are weak, right?
Exactly, and I'm feeling like White can still survive even if, for example...
Right, that's the question. Can Black do anything really dangerous on the left side, right? Is that the right spot? I would have played 3 directly before 1, but it's the same idea.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Well, but
it's the same idea.
Yes, but first, like, White can find a way to make life.
Yeah, it looks like White can survive. And the top is so powerful, right? J17 is so strong. Right. And now he defends, right? As soon as it stops being sente.
Not this one. Okay.
Well, there's the cut at e4 to aim at, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. It's aiming at that. So it's a little bit more powerful. But I think it's important that the timing of exactly when White does this is interesting because he plays first J17 and H17. And the reason I think that maybe for beginners or something, I think it's important that White plays those 2 moves because they are sente. They are threatening to they're threatening to capture the black stones or at least do something really damaging to them. And then the next move is not sente anymore. G17 is not sente. And so that's when White plays a way to defend.
Yeah, that is true. So now, if Black plays somewhere else, I don't know, something like this.
Yeah, then...
It's not because...
Yeah, Black should be okay. Yeah, he can always connect with F18, yeah, etc. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So, center. Always find center, right? Center is the most powerful thing you can find.
Yes. It's a good move.
Okay, now
that's an interesting one. Oh.
I like this is center. Now, if you play like this, you can...
That was what I was expecting to happen. That's what I thought was going to happen. Yeah, this is interesting.
But if you play like this, I think Black is behind.
Right? Yeah, especially with the cutting point at e4 is so painful.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like,
Even if it,
you think White's gonna connect
even
at
if it
4? I
plays
don't
like
think
this.
so.
No, but maybe not now. But in the future, he will make points, and I don't think Black has a lot of ways to win this game. It feels like Black is behind, even at influence, even at points, even at governance, everything.
Yeah, the sacrifice of the F13 stones was very effective if White comes back in time, since White got back in time to play F6. Right? When White played that sacrifice, my first instinct is, oh, is my group going to get in trouble? And then White had found out that White had time to get to F6 anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is the only way for Black to create a fight. Oh, and now come. Yeah. This feels good because if Black connects now, it feels painful for Black.
Yeah, White's just alive. I mean, we can live with B3 or H3 and we're just fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you have Miai now, and if you play like this, you can play this one, and if you play maybe not that, but this one, you play this one, it feels good, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that's why Black started the call.
Right, and maybe there will be some co-threats against the White group on the left, right?
And now White is giving up.
Yeah, he's not actually fighting the co. He's saying that's enough for me, which I guess makes sense.
Well, yeah, because if he plays something like this, I'm not sure if he can play this one, but even if he plays like this, it's still enough for Black, right?
Yeah, the Moyo is just completely gone. Yeah, and that can be dangerous. That can be very, very dangerous.
He can play like this because now it's too good for Black.
Yeah, the corner. Yeah, you're going to need the co to live. Exactly. Right, it can be very dangerous. It can be.
It's logical for White to play this.
Yeah, it just gives up the co. And now Black attacks. Okay.
I would expect something like F7 now. If I was Black.
F7 with Black?
No, with White.
Oh, yes, yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, that's the only move, I think.
Yeah.
Because you can't try to move into the other side. You have to move to you have to connect to the idea has to be to connect to the K3 and F6 stones, right? That's the way you have to defend the group. Oh, but that can just get cut, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. So that's the idea to play this one. And I wanted to explain that for the viewers.
Yes.
For example, if White plays something else, now Black can always cut. Maybe not now necessarily, but in the future. I think actually this one is better. But anyway, that's the reason I think Black plays this one, because just to create agi, to create weaknesses in White's action.
Yeah.
Even this is not good for White.
It's dangerous.
Now, we can start a fight. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very dangerous.
So it's logical for
yeah,
White
you have to play the boring move, and actually J4 looks really good. Is that the next move that Black played? Yeah, that looks really good.
But it looks center, right? Because if White plays somewhere else...
Yeah. Right. And it continues to apply pressure to the White group.
Exactly, yeah. And now it's dangerous. If White is not careful, he might lose this fight.
Right. So it should be okay for White, though, right? Yeah, we have to start with G8. That's the only move.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be okay, but he's still he needs to calculate too.
Yeah, you need to be very precise here because Black's attacking quite hard. Oh, that's a good move. And White's almost not quite. I was going to say White could almost be alive, but I just realized that's not true.
This one is interesting. It's a move that I will not think about it, I think.
Yeah, that's an interesting one for me too.
and now maybe give up the stone.
Yes, you have to. Yeah, yeah. But that's not even alive there, though. I mean, I guess maybe you can make an eye with B16 at some point on the left side.
You can. So,
yeah. So if you can make an eye with
exactly,
B16, then you're okay, right?
Yeah, because you have twice.
Right, and here's the question: did Black actually make enough thickness with the stuff in the on the H file to make a difference? I don't think so. That doesn't look like it's going to help Black break into the bottom or anything. Yeah, White's aiming right at the eye. Oh, White connected.
Why? Maybe he was thinking that now he creates some.
Well, I think White has to be aiming at H6, right? That has to be part of the sequence.
Yeah, but how do you use it? Oh, I understand now. Okay, yeah, he connected if he plays like this.
Right.
Yeah. So the connection is good actually, because.
Right, but Black's interfering with it immediately, right?
Yeah, just to create some.
Right, and if I'm playing White in this position, I'm probably terrified, and I'm sort of, when Black plays K5, I'm asking myself, do I have to allow L5? I hope not, but but the left side group, I'm scared. But yeah, I mean, L5 is, you might as well resign, I guess.
Exactly, my thinking process here is that if you don't protect L5, is yeah,
it's too painful, right? But I'm just scared about my group on the right.
Yeah. Me too, but I think L5 is a must.
Yeah, I think you have to, right? If this didn't work, you had to have played something different earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't think this is a bad move. I think some more.
Oh no, it can't be a bad move. I mean, it can't be, but it's scary.
Yeah.
Ah, so White's giving up the bottom group instead.
I think the reason is if White plays this one.
Right, then he can die. Right. Yes. Yeah, that's the concern, that White's just going to die.
Yes.
There's the cut, but then Black can squeeze, right? Does it work? Not quite so clear.
Not really. Oh, why? Maybe he has another move?
Maybe K6?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. K6 here instead of the honey. Is that better?
It doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't feel like it, but yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe what they calculated is that now he can play this one, maybe?
Maybe.
But no, feels bad for Black.
Yeah, you should just be able to even connect underneath that, right?
So why is that not good?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. And Black plays this one? Oh.
And then now you pull... No, but you don't capture. You pull down at H4 again, right? Oh, I see. Oh. You have to capture. I see. Right. And then it becomes like a ko again.
Wait, how?
So, well, let's see. How does Black play here?
Well, I guess this doesn't work because...
Yeah, it doesn't work, right. There's no ko. Yeah, no, that's no good.
So this one is like...
I don't know what happened. I think this is probably for the video we should just stop and just accept that White sacrifices the bottom.
Well, but it's weird, right? Because I don't see any way for Black to punish this move.
No, I don't see it either. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it works, but I mean, white's decided to. Well, that move is almost sente, right? The move white plays first.
This one?
No,
Or
just G10, right? I think black's probably going like if black plays H2, there's some punishment for that, right? But I think that's going to happen. But now white can push through. Well,
But
I guess
it
it's not.
doesn't feel like
Yeah, white gets to push through. Oh, but the thing is, the white group's not dead on the bottom. That's the story. There's still a ko.
well, yeah, it's true, but why are you playing this call when you can survive without a call?
Because when you push
I
through,
know
so I think I have this. So if we go through the game variation, right? So if white wins this ko, you can cut at E5. And the whole black group is not completely stable.
That is true, yeah.
Pushing through at H10 cuts the connection for the black group.
Yeah, that's true, and now he can create some attacks here.
Yeah, right. That's what I think is
Maybe
going
not
on.
now, but
Yeah.
yeah, maybe you're right.
Mm.
Yeah. But it feels still hard to see all of this.
Yes, it's difficult. Okay.
This is, I think, a professional position.
Yeah, this is way beyond me. This is way beyond. It was beyond both of us even looking for variations, so.
Yeah.
Right. But black comes back to defend, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And now I think, okay, he didn't play this one.
No, he shouldn't have to, right? Oh.
Yeah, because this one.
There's still
I
the.
think this one is better. I think this one is better because if black plays somewhere else, he can always make twice.
Mm.
And if he plays like this, now he can make twice, and black gets one more move. So yeah, I think this one is better because even though it doesn't make any eye, it prepares the move.
Mm. Yes,
Right?
probably. Although you can make two eyes this way too.
I
You
think-
should have B16, right? B16 will always save your group.
But don't you think it's first better for black if?
Yeah. You don't want to give up the time for it, right?
Exactly.
But you're going to give up the time anyway, right? If black pulls out and black plays K9 and now you're coming back, then black can still. That's a very similar position.
I think I will play this one.
Ah, you're playing this one, so you're not afraid that black is going to connect at F9, G9.
Not yet, because I think I can fight.
I see.
I think.
I'm not sure. I'm scared because the J14 group isn't alive either yet, right?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Complicated. Very complicated.
Yeah, it's very complicated, right? It's very
But I would have played the same thing as white.
Okay. And now we come back to defend this group. Yeah, this is a move that makes complete sense to me.
Yeah, it's a core threat, right? So
Yeah.
if black is going to connect.
Oh, yeah. It's locally sente. It's also a co-threat. It's also a good defensive move. Right, and we're going to continue with the ko.
Now this one is sente and it creates RG.
Yeah. Right.
And now white stops because he wants to create more RG. I think the idea is that if he plays something like this, now you have.
Yeah, you have a counter-attack again, right? Maybe
And,
not that way though.
It's like.
Well, yes, I guess
Why
there's
not?
the H. No, I don't see it.
But I guess if it plays like this, now black has a cut and A, and white is getting a lot of Moyo.
But the cut at A doesn't work if white's dead on the bottom, though.
Which one? At which?
You had H4?
Oh, at A.
Right. If white's dead on the bottom, then the cut is not meaningful.
It is true, but it's not dead, right?
Not quite, right? There's still the ko, right? There's still the ko. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So I guess that's the right thinking.
Mm.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Influence and cuts.
Mm.
Oh, but if he plays like this, my next move was white will be this one.
Mm.
I would like something like this as white.
Mm. Yeah, you can try and build the Moyo in response, right?
Yes.
And answer for the bottom left that way. Mm. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This is getting very complicated now. Okay, and white just cuts.
Yes.
Mm.
Just creating more RG.
Mm.
That's logic.
At some point, white is going to have to come back and live with F9.
Yes. If black doesn't die.
Yeah, right. White's going to have to come back to live there.
And now he plays this one. I guess this is normal.
Right. You can cut, and that gets white out of all of his problems.
Yes. And now if black wants to survive at least.
Right. Then white captures the 3 stones in the center and is connected. Oh, that's even better. Yes, that's even better. Yeah. Yes, of course. Yeah. There's still K7 to try to fight. Does that work? Well, anyway, it doesn't matter if it works. You can capture 3 stones is good enough. After at the end of the variation you showed.
I don't think that's good. I was thinking about
yeah.
Position that is very bad for black.
Yeah, this I agree. I don't think it's good. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you try something like this, I think it's still bad for...
There's even the wedge at J7, right? For white.
J7.
Yeah.
Maybe not now, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a strong fighting move in this position. Right, okay. Yeah.
I think this is a good fight for
yeah, I think black can't fight it, yeah. You can also, even if black could fight it, it's good enough to capture the 3 stones, I think.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Right. And now this ko has gotten right. Oh, okay. Yes, connecting is good. You could also just throw in and make the ko a huge mess, but
you don't need to, right?
Yeah, you don't have to. Right. Right. You don't have to because you're living basically in sente at this point.
Exactly, because if black protects this one, you can kill the whole group, and for your viewers to be easier to see, white can play like this.
Yeah.
And now black is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black can connect, and if he plays like this, now white can. Maybe not now, but he can in the future capture.
Well, is that even the... You could also try c5, right?
Yeah, that's true. But it's the same idea, right?
Right, except that this looks like it's sente because black's not alive on the left. Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He is. Yeah.
Yes, he's alive. Yes. Yes, he is. Okay.
7.
7 is alive. Yes, I miscounted. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what white played. This one just like you said, because if you play somewhere else now, you can kill it.
Yes. Right.
I mean, you don't even. Yeah. You can play now like this and.
Yeah, then it dies. Right.
Yes, because if you protect the here, you can make always two twice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So black needs to respond to that. You protected this one, okay.
Right, and now E5 and F9 are Miai. Right?
Yes.
So white gets to play away.
White. Yeah.
And this it feels like white managed to sort of get the better end of this fight.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the really important exchange in my mind that happened here that we kind of breezed over is the exchange of K16 for L17 because it means black can't attack that either.
me too.
right? Because if that hadn't happened in the middle of the co-fight, I think black could still try to fight back for this game by attacking that group.
Yeah, but I think K16 is always a center for white, so maybe not.
Well, black, it was probably, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
If we go back.
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right. That's true. It was sente for white because you were threatening to capture the N17 stone. You are correct.
Exactly, and it's not center for black because now he can play somewhere else.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Oh, that was always for white. I think the best thing white got here was that he survived on the corner.
Right, he survived in the corner and in the side and on top in sente, and got time to come back and play this huge move at K2.
Yeah, I agree.
And K2 is like almost an endgame move. It's sort of... No, it's not. It's not an endgame move. I thought it was an endgame move, but actually black could still invade if you don't play K2, right?
Yes.
Right, it's not preventing black K2, it's preventing black O3 or something, right?
Well, I guess even a reduction like this is good, because you can play like this, right?
Oh, yeah, that just doesn't work. Right, you just die. Right, and, well, I mean, I guess you can connect underneath, but it's still black has invaded successfully, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if without K2, O3, P3, Q4, all of that stuff should work.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's even the cutting point. Can black just cut at L4 actually?
I don't think so.
It depends on exactly where one is, right?
Yeah.
The exact location of one is going to make a difference.
Well, I guess if you play like this, you can play like this one, right?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe like this.
Yeah. But the exact location of that stone is going to make a difference. You can move it around, and with some of them it will work, and with some of them it will not. Right. Okay. But yeah, K2 makes a lot of sense as an important defensive move.
Yeah, I would have played the same move. That's right.
I probably would have missed K2. Like, when I see it, I would say, oh, yeah, that's great, but I don't think I'm going to spot it most of the time. Like, it's not obvious to me.
For me, it is, kind of, because I feel like if I play somewhere else, it's very easy for black to get in my territory, and always, in this position, it feels like it's easier for black to play than it is for white, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, now that I see K2, I agree with it, but it was not an obvious move to me.
I understand. And now he plays this one, and now white plays this one. I was thinking to play this one. I don't know why he chose this one instead.
Well, there's a lot of Aji in the corner, even with this, right?
Yeah.
Like, with black, I want to just try R3, see what happens. Oh, he did! He did that! Yeah, there's a lot of Aji here.
But I still don't see a difference between this one and this one. I feel like it's almost the same thing.
I guess.
I don't know. It's not. Yeah, it's not a big difference. So let's see. And now this one is a probing move.
Right, he's trying to. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And black's going to cut.
Now, I don't.
What is going on? I guess probably nothing, right?
It feels like black is desperate to play some Aji.
Right. Black's trying to do something, but I don't know if there's anything's actually going to happen.
White is not intimidated, so I think it's good. Yeah. Okay.
T3 is, very careful life and death reading happens there, right? Because there's still all the Aji with, like, yeah. You have to do some very careful reading for that, because there's all the holes at N6, etc. right?
I would have played something like this.
Oh yeah, but then right. But this also has Samaji as well, right?
Yeah, sure. I agree.
Yeah.
I think at our level, at least up to 5-6 down, I think it's not a big difference between T3 and.
Yeah, but R5 just looks like a much easier move to me. It requires less reading.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I guess the idea is that here you can play this one. This one is not good because he can make twice now.
Oh, wait. That doesn't work though, right? You don't play 3, you just play T3 directly.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm saying that I guess the biggest RG for black is to play 2, and now
he has things like S9, right? Yes, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, something. But it still fits better, at least for me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big difference.
Right, it's not a big difference, I agree. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And those are almost Yose moves.
Yeah, now we're in Yose, right? Now it's just Endgame.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, the feeling I have is that White almost won this game when he finds life in Sente for the left side group.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I haven't counted this game, but the feeling I have is that the flow of the game was just very favorable for White after we live in Sente with the left side group. Because that group, living in Sente and also saving the bottom, it just seemed like too much.
I think White is ahead by 5 points or something like that. I'm not sure.
I would have to count. I mean, this is just guessing, but the feeling is that the feeling I have is that the energy of the game favors White when he gets to even come down at K2. Right, so that's 10, 22, 26, 7, 34.
23
Looks like
pairs.
You what did you say?
23 pairs.
Oh, 23 pairs. I see. You count by pairs. Yeah, I was going to say it looked like about 50 points for black. So that's pretty close. Yeah.
And White has 1.
So that's 5. And this is 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, there's like more than 30 points just in the bottom right alone, right?
Oh really? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, there's a lot there. Right. Right, there's a lot. Yeah. So this should be good for White. Oh, we do have to remember that there's no Komi, but I think even then, I think even without Komi, White should be winning.
Without making any more points, I think White is over 50 points.
Right. I mean, I guess Black can make a lot of points with G17 in one move, right? That looks like it's the biggest Yosei point.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we could... well, it's White's turn, right, at this point, so... I don't think Black's going to get to do that.
White can make a lot of territory too, so...
Yeah.
Exchange.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. That's good. They both would destroy each other's territory.
Right.
So I guess the idea here is that Black gets 9 points and White is getting some points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or neither, right? Which is the... Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And now I'm guessing G17 soon? No.
Well, I guess these are centers, so I guess
Right.
why not?
Yeah, right.
And even this looks center. I'm not sure if it is, but it's like it. Yeah, I think it's center, right?
Oh, the whole Black group, actually, right? Yeah.
Yes, but how do you play it? Like this? I think.
Mm.
Right?
Right. Yeah. It looks like it's threatening the cut. I see. Right.
I think I think this move is sente.
Mm.
And
Is
now
O12 sente though? I don't see that one now.
Yeah, it too. Oh, it's the same idea. I think if you play somewhere else now, you can cut him here, and if you protect, you get the.
Yeah, that's pretty big. I agree. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. That makes sense.
And now this move that we talk.
Oh yeah, we talked about this one before, right? Does it still live?
Yeah.
It might.
I guess so. So I guess it's the same thing, right?
Because if you push this, well, you push one more and then you play B18, right? Just B18 directly? Oh, maybe this way works too.
Even like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
That's good
You
enough.
can always make.
Yeah, it's life.
You don't
So
need to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to force with A16. You just do enough. I agree.
I agree.
Okay.
Unless because this one is a reduction move. It connects, and now this one just hear the most.
How safe is the white shape? The whole big white thing at the top. Just checking. I believe it's okay, but I'm trying to look for the second eye because I only see one of them right now.
Well, I guess he can always, for example, if he really wants to make ice, I guess he can.
Yeah, you can do something like that, right? If it ever gets in trouble, you can make one at the top. Right. Okay.
Exactly, and put pressure on the group, you know.
Yeah. It might even be sente.
Yeah,
Right. I see.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I feel safe for us with white.
Mm.
Those are only moves for Yose because now black can play, I don't know, something like this or like this.
Yeah.
Or even this one.
Oh, that's gonna be a big reduction on the bottom, but that's white's still alive, so it's not a big problem. And are we going to fight the Ko here?
This is it. What?
With
Oh, yeah.
E17, right?
Oh! Yes, so that's why. But why didn't he use those traits as Ko?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think he was not sure if he wants to start the Ko, and after that he decided, okay, I need to start the Ko. I guess.
Maybe. Yeah, I see it.
But it doesn't. I don't think we can find another logic for that, because those are Ko traits, right? You
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
ignore those.
Yeah, I agree.
So he was not sure.
Hmm.
And now, yeah, he said this time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a con. I don't think.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we can almost end the review here. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think we've mostly seen the game. So I think maybe we should do like an important recap for viewers, like of the main.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So, what do you say about you show me which moves you think are the best, and after that I can show you?
Yeah, well, I'll sort of show you what I think were sort of the important the important sort of turning points in this game. I think for me, this is just like the opening is more or less okay, but I think the game mostly starts to take shape when Black starts to build this area at the top.
I agree.
Right? And we have White tries to answer the area at the top by making his own area below. And if I was to look at this, if I was to look at this at this point, that was the wrong tool. If I was to look at this at this point, the way I like to think of it is that White has this wall that's contributing to the Moyo, that makes the Moyo stronger, but Black has sort of a weak group that he can also use to make his Moyo stronger.
Yes.
Right? And so I see that the Black tries to sort of improve the Moyo by pressing on the weak group. And in the process... we end up with this white fights back by cutting instead of just trying to live, right? Because I think this is sort of like Black's dream, right? As everyone just comes out this way. Like, this is the sort of thing that Black really wants. Make the Moyo really big and also just naturally reduce the white one and reduce the white wall, right? So the first point is when we have the two Moyos facing each other, and then the second one is when white starts this fight with the cut. And then the fighting gets really complicated here, but the main point is that white gets to sacrifice these stones because the whole point of the stones was to destroy the Moyo. So white is happy to let them go and destroy the black Moyo. But it gives black the time to attack this group, right? So when black attacks the group, starting here, not here, starting here, right? Black attacks this group, and the whole question is, can white save this group comfortably without paying too much? And in my mind, I think the real deciding factor of this game is that white manages to save the group basically paying nothing because he lives here and he lives in the center. At this point, he's alive here. He's alive in the center with A and B Mii, and he has sente. And at this point, I think the game is almost, at this point, the game is almost decided.
I agree.
So that's sort of the way that I think the game mostly features. The fighting here gets really complicated. We really never managed to figure out why white doesn't connect here because there's always this. But we couldn't figure it out, but it's definitely a very big mess. But the point is that white does come ahead in the fight. Like this fight is probably the deciding factor in the game.
I agree. The deciding move that I think let me put it like this: the move that white play that wins the game for him and will not win the game for us, I think it's this move. So everyone in this position, if they are not strong enough to see this move, if they play something like this, I think white will lose this game now.
Right, because white manages to live with sente.
Exactly.
And that's the real key, because living with weak group and sente is always excellent. Like there's no situation where living with sente could possibly ever be unsatisfactory, right? So yeah.
But I think if it was I don't know, us or a weaker player, we will not find something like
that. Oh no, never.
It's not,
never. I'm never finding that move.
So I think, yeah, maybe we can find some situations like this us white. Maybe, I don't know, we're getting something like this. But the difference between us and Shusaku is that he doesn't protect this one. He always finds a way to survive in center. That's, I think, an important thing to understand and to learn from it. Right? He always tries to live in his own terms. He doesn't like to do it on the opponent. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I guess this is, for me at least, this is the move that decided the game. I think.
I do not disagree.
Like
What? I do not disagree with you. I think that is the key point, is that white wins the game by winning this fight.
Yeah. And
I think the fight is white simply wins because he lives in sente. The black attack just completely fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this move is awesome. So I really love it. Everything else looks awful for white, but this one feels like it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good idea. Right.
It is. And you see, the difference between this and this is that here I don't feel like I need to respond with black, and if I do, I will respond with something like this.
Mm.
And white still feels bad because even if he connects, now black feels that he has the center, right?
Right. There's no danger to the black group on the side this way.
Yeah. So I guess this one is better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's better.
Much better. Yeah. I like this game. So for me, for example, this move is something that I will keep in mind. It's something that I didn't think before to play too much. I knew that it was a Joseki like this, but I didn't use it too much. But
Mm.
now it looks very good. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
maybe ideas like this instead of what I've played. This is what I will take from this game.
Very nice. Well, thank you for doing this with me. We've gone pretty long, but maybe we can even upload the whole thing. I think maybe I will do it. I'll upload the whole thing, and I'll also upload some highlights.
Yeah,
Right.
That will be awesome. Thank you.
Okay. So, thank you very much, Kango. I enjoyed doing this with you, and I will probably be uploading the full thing probably tomorrow, and highlights we can expect at some point when I have time to do a little bit of editing.
Okay, sure. That sounds awesome. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Bye bye.